Hi, you guys. Welcome back. This is part two to the video from the previous video. Basically, what I was stating is that I am not against psychopaths, narcissists, people that have these disorders. Even I told you I interceded. That's the word I was looking for. Interceded for someone. You get what I'm saying? I interceded for someone who couldn't cry. I interceded and they gave me, the Most High gave me, his name was James. I don't know what James. It's a plenty of James in the world, so I'm not. I don't know who I was interceding for. I just know his name was James, and I was picking up on his energy, and the Most High told me to pray, to intercede for him, because he wanted to cry. He wanted help, and he probably had a narcissistic or psychopath disorder. It doesn't matter. People think I want to label these people just to have something to talk about. No, I really want people to heal. I really want this world to be a nicer place. Came a time in my life where I didn't want to live because the world was, it was just so, everybody was just so like in this, oh, it's all about me. And I witnessed beautiful things in my life before I was like 25 years old. I had witnessed a beautiful people doing beautiful things, and it seemed like the world got darker and darker. And even people, we are so used to, how can I put it? We are used to being mistreated, and we accept it, and we think, even as Christians, we do this as Christians, as spiritual humans in general. We're so used to this behavior till we think it's a way of life, and it doesn't have to be this way. We can change it. Each one of us can change it by going back to the basics, going back to what the Most High is teaching us. Do you understand? When we bring more of the feminine energy into this world, we dwell more in that love mindset, in that God mindset, in that goddess mindset, that God is a woman, which she really is. When we dwell from that, do you understand that's where that love is from? That's why the devil did that in the Bible. To give us this mindset that God is just a man, and it's not. The Most High is a woman. Think about it. Women are very intuitive, very spiritual, even by nature. Just the feminine energy alone is known, is conducive, is reference to feminine energy, spiritual, being psychic, being what's that word called? Having insight is a feminine energy. So that's why in the Bible, a lot of this feminine energy was taken out. Lucifer, you have to understand, when people are mentally ill and they want to take over these Luciferian mindsets, and even the Antichrist, that bloodline of the Antichrist, you have to understand, in order to take control of people, you have to make people angry, jealous, live in this narcissistic mindset. And that's just what we're doing, and we're accepting it. And that's why I don't understand how you guys don't understand what God is doing here. The Most High is doing here. She's telling us how to get back to us. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. That's my baby. They kicked her out of school, you guys. And then they try to act like they didn't kick her out, but they kicked her out of school. That's a whole nother video. But you have to understand that the devil wanted, that's how he wanted it to be. And God allowed it for a specific reason. So I don't know what the reason is, but I know what the Most High is showing me. More of the feminine energy needs to be brought back in the world. For what do moms do? Love unconditionally. They take care of the kids. Like we as women have gotten so masculine, including myself. It's not just one person. Us as a society, we have gotten more masculine. Because of the man start doing certain stuff. I understand you can work and hold on to a job and still be feminine, but we even have that masculine mindset. We do. It's some of us. It's very few women who are very soft. Even me, I'm born in the Capricorn energy. People think that I am not soft. I'm a very soft, gentle lover and a gentle person. I'm very balanced is what Spirit is telling me to tell you guys. I am very balanced in my energies. When I'm dealing with business, yes, I'm cutthroat. I know how to be that cutthroat energy. I know how to pick out I am that cutthroat energy. I can be cutthroat. But when I'm loving you, I love you fully, wholeheartedly. And I never forget anything that you say. I never do. If I say I do, it's just that I don't want to talk about it, or I never say that I do. I don't forget anything. If I truly love you, I remember everything you say, do, and hear. Whatever you do to me, I remember it. I remember all the little things. So for people to say, now in my mind, if you ever do me wrong, I'm very good at killing you in my mind. Me, I do. I will kill you in my mind. Not trying to be evil, but I will. I will cut you out my thoughts. And if I picture you in a coffin dead, then there's no life after that. I can move on and walk past you like you don't exist, because I put that in my psyche to not have no emotional contact with you. And that's not to be evil, but that's to keep me from going to my devil side and doing something to you. Get what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. I'm brilliant. I'm not evil. I'm brilliant. This before I harm you, I will just cut all ties like you don't exist, and I'll keep pushing. I'm very good at that. And that's a form of detachment. Sometimes detachment is very healthy. Very healthy. A lot of times it's healthy and we don't practice it enough. That's called a form of detachment. It's not to say, oh, you're evil. Do you understand? When I die as a person, not as a physical being, but when I kill a part of myself that used to be toxic, it makes me be more of me. It makes me come on my more God side. That's why death is necessary. Even on my Instagram, when I say I die daily to my flesh so that my spirit can rise. You have to humble thyself in order to know thyself, because if you're constantly in this movement energy, if you're constantly doing what you used to do, you cannot be a new version of you. You cannot renew your mind. And that's how I cut people off. Oh, she don't have emotions. I still love that person. I don't wish that person no harm. But I will picture you dead in my mind so that I don't have to deal with you. That's how I detach. That's how I detach. It's not that I don't love you. It just in my mind you never existed before in the first place. You just never existed. It's a form of detachment that I've learned along my journey. And it's not evil at all, because I did not do nothing to you. I just detach from you. And a lot of people don't know how to detach. That's one of the ways I'm talking about romantically. That's one way I detach. Now, if I have to deal, like if you're not romantically tied to me, okay, I don't have to do all that. I could just not see you. It's not that serious because you're not in my everyday environment. You're not in my emotional field. You're not there. You get what I'm saying? So cutting cords is the same way. If this person is dead to me, then you're dead. No matter how much I interact with one of my children's father, I will never go back. I will never go back because he's dead to me in my mind. He's dead to my emotion. He's dead to my spirit. I no longer need that lesson. I no longer need it. So for people to say, oh, she cold-hearted. No, I'm not cold-hearted. I'm just not stupid. I'm not going to keep doing this with you. I'm not going to keep, because I would do it until I'm like, okay, this person is doing this on purpose. I would do it. And maybe that's one of my toxic traits, but that's how when I leave, I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad about it because I tried everything I could and you did not respond. And you did not respond appropriately, or you just didn't care. Either way, you're dead to me. You don't get my emotions. You can only get my time if you're attached to me with one of my children. Other than that, I don't call an ex back and be like, hey, no, it's done. It's over with. It's dead. Move on. You move on, I move on. It's a detachment. It's a style of detachment. It's not that I'm cold-hearted. It's I put all I could put into that situation, and I'm not finna resurrect it. Because nothing gonna happen. It's gonna die again. It's just gonna be the same repetitive cycle. So why would I put myself into that cycle? No. So we as individuals, you guys, we need to learn how to detach from people. That's what Spirit is saying. Detach from people emotions. That's one way of cord cutting that you can go. And that I learned that on my own. I didn't learn that from nobody. That's self-taught. I just did it because to me, if you dead in my mind, that means I don't. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I used to date you. Like, and that's the only way I forget anything that somebody loved me. That's the only way I forget, because I don't have time to go back and say, oh, this person did that. Is redundant energy that doesn't. You already know what you did. You already know what you said. Like, why do I have to repeat the things that you said? You're not slow, stupid, or dumb. You don't have a disability. You know what I mean? You might have a disorder, but you don't have a disability. So why do I need to? Yeah. Anywho, enough with that. But Most High want us to bring that feminine energy back into the world. Is very little of that. We got women doing men jobs out here. Not that I'm against it. Not that I'm talking against it. But what happened to that feminine energy? What happened to that feminine quality? What happened to that soft quality? Even in men, it's more men that softer than women these days. That have that more loving quality than women. And it's like we're getting off balance. our roles are very twisted and messed up. So don't ever think I don't pray for narcissists and psychopaths. That's what I specialize in. Guys, I have a special prayer, and I can show it to you guys, that I pray for narcissists. I pray God humble a narcissist. And I do understand, I have been studying these disorder, this behavior for years, many years. At least 6 years I have been studying this on my own. Not at no school, on my own, doing my own research. I got a disorder book, a medical book. Like, I've been studying this on my own. And the way that I've studied it and the way that the Most High showed me, narcissists not only need to be humbled, but they need to unshield that child so the child in them can heal. I pray for the child in them. It's not the adult, because the adult people don't do that. People that has had the opportunity to fully grow do not operate like that. They don't. So that I see the child in them, and so I will pray for them, because the Most High shield that child in them too. I don't know how to explain it to you, because the way God showed it to me with a particular person is that when narcissists do have a point where they show you let me just put it this way. My narcissist act had a point where he showed me his inner child. He showed me his vulnerability without even knowing that he showed it to me. And once he knew that he was being vulnerable with me, that's how I knew for a fact that there was a possibility that he can heal. Because for a split second, the narcissist became vulnerable, and then he caught himself. So they will be vulnerable. They do be vulnerable. They want to heal. That baby in them, that child that was destroyed, that baby wants to be healed. So you can't tell me that I'm against these people when I pray daily for these people. When I do. I use my own way that I pray, but I pray daily for these people. I got prayers that I can pull up for narcissists, for sociopaths, for people like this, because they really want healing. They don't want to be that way. They think they have to be that way, and they don't. They probably purposely indulge in this behavior, but understand, as an early age, these people was taught these different cycles, put in their conscience, and they don't. Yes, baby, that match. But they don't have the capacity, the mental capacity to do these things. Yes, they choose these actions. Yes, they choose them. But they choose them out of not having any other option. It's like something Steve Harvey said about something that jumps. I think it was a flea. If you put a flea in a jar, it jumps like only 6 inches, or only as far as that lid will let them. But the parent had the capacity to jump 36 inches and it doesn't. It's the same thing with a narcissist. That same concept. The Most High showed me. It's the same freaking concept. Because of what they parent or what their environment made them reduce to, they don't think that they can do that. So they have to be, somewhere the cycle have to be broken. Somewhere somebody have to care. Somewhere somebody have to have the knowledge and the hope so that these people can heal. Somewhere it's the stuck people that I don't get. It's the stuck people that I don't pray for. The willfully ignorant people, that's the people I don't pray for. The people that go to church and still sin on purpose, those are people or read the Bible and see that it says, or see this hurtful behavior and go right back to it. Like, those are the people that don't have a disorder. They just comfortable in doing wicked stuff. Those are the people. Most. I'm making a video, babe. What? It's sour? Be careful. Let me finish making my video. Go get you some water. But what I have researched from what the Bible taught, what Most High showed me, and what the Bible teaches, if a narcissist did not want to heal, or did not want to, let me put it this way, if they did not want to really be I don't want to say normal, but the best version of themselves, why do they put so much effort into putting this mask on, into shielding themselves? Because they're hurting. So if they're hurting, they can be healed. That's the point. That's the way I can describe it. Because somebody's psyche has been broken. It's not easy to rebuild that. It's not easy to get your way through that. But I've been through relationship after relationship. The Most High has showed me these characteristics, and what they show me, is they're shielding their inner child, and if that inner child is hurting, the narcissists have a very small window of where they'll be vulnerable. Very small window, like I told you before. And once you cast that vulnerability, that person, if God show you that vulnerability within that person, that means that narcissist is ready to be healed. That means that psychopath is ready to be healed. I am not interested in their labels. That's what people fail to meet me at. I am not interested in your label. I am interested in your healing. Your label is necessary for me to identify what's wrong with you so that I can help you to heal, or the Most High can help you to heal. You get what I'm saying? So don't ever get it twisted when I say different things and I talk to the righteous. I'm going to talk to the righteous as well as the unrighteous. But you have to understand, God, people has been under attack for so long. So the righteous comes first in my book. I'm gonna build this up, the righteous up, so that they can help you, because the righteous prayers is the ones that's gonna help the narcissist come up out of that Luciferian mindset, that demonic mindset. These saints is the ones that's gonna build you up. So you have to make sure your team is ready before you can go in healing people. You get me? Do you see where the Most High is going with that? And these narcissists do not. When it comes to the narcissist, you have to be, first of all, you have to be very balanced, and you have to know what you're dealing with. I'm not saying I'm a psychiatrist, but I'm saying from experience, from what the Most High has shown me, you have to know what you're dealing with. And you have to have certain boundaries with them, because they're prone to certain behaviors, and it's not good behavior. So you have to set boundaries. Once you set those clear boundaries, you have to stick to them. Be firm with them. And then once you do that, on the flip side, you can go and pray for them. Go and ask God to mend their psyche, to unshield their child, to let it show to somebody who can help them. That's my prayer for narcissists. That's my prayer for psychopaths. Give them a conscience, Lord. Give the psychopaths a conscience. Give them a conscience, Lord. That's my prayer. And if you think I'm lying, I can pull up my drive. Not that I have to prove anything to you. My Outlook drive. It got the dates. My OneDrive. My Google Drive. I have multiple prayers for narcissistic people, for psychopaths, for all different types of disorders. And I didn't get this from me. My connection with the Most High is what gave me this information. I'm not speaking out my booty hole, because if I was, it would not make sense. It would not make sense, and it would not work. I know for a fact it works. I know for a fact that it makes sense, because I serve the Most High, and she specializes in the freaking impossible. People worry about people cussing. You should be worried about more with these disorders and these filthy hearts that people have. That's what you should be concerned about. But you worry about something that come out. God, the Bible says, well, can you spew hot and cold out your mouth? Yes, we do it all the time. Yes. People cuss and curse. Yes. Yes. We are the source. We are the tool that this information comes from. That's why we're giving them out. Yes. We don't. Yes. Yes. We don't understand how the ability to connect to the Most High. That's why we all need each other. That's why anybody that's in the body of Christ need that pituitary gland. Need that hypothalamus. Somebody is the hypothalamus. Somebody is the pituitary gland. Somebody is the heart chakra. Somebody is the what you call that? The sacral chakra. We all have one goal, but we all do it in different ways in different parts of the body. That's why people say, that's why I'm not against people that go to church. I am not against pastors. I'm not. Even though you would think that the way I talk, I am, but I'm not. I'm telling you what the Most High is telling me, that everybody that go to church is not going to be saved. They're not, because it's a lot of people that like to stay stuck and stagnated in these times. They like to be comfortable. They love comfortability. I'm a Capricorn sun. I love comfortability. I do. I'm Taurus moon. I can relate to that. But I also can relate to doing what God tells me to do and cleaning up my toxic cycles, because I have put in the work and begin to do these things. That's why I'm able to sit up here and talk to you guys about these things, because I'm preaching about something from experience, not something that somebody taught me. Experience taught me. God taught me. The Most High taught me. So I wouldn't tell you nothing that didn't come from the Most High. And if you're not getting the messages that I'm getting, and you saying that I'm doing this and doing that, I guarantee you have some kind of limitation or block on your mind against God. I can almost guarantee that. I can guarantee that. Because I used to be the same way. I used to hit up against this wall. I'm like, God, why is this? It's because God was trying to expand my thinking. He was trying to expand my mind, my purpose, my destiny. In order to get to where I needed to get to, I had to keep hitting this wall until, one day I got it. Almost how I see what you were talking about. Almost how I see this. And then it just started to unravel. After that, I just started to grow so rapidly, just fast, just growing fast. I used to go outgrow my partners. Everybody, she can't keep a man. It wasn't that I couldn't keep a man. They couldn't keep up with me, God say. And he did destine me to go down that path. I'm not saying he didn't. He did. But that's the only way I can learn about me, if I go through trials and tribulations. Sorry, you guys, about my daughter. If that's the only way I can learn about me, if I go through trials and tribulations, so that I can get in my purpose. I cannot tell you about something that that I have not been through. I could tell you about it, but will you really take my advice? This girl been through this. This girl been through that. Yes, I used it. It works. She's right. The most I'm so glad. Yeah, that's the kind of testimonies I want. Not because I'm right, but because you're healing. It's about the healing. It's about the growth. It's about the expansion. It's about expanding God's people. It's about taking back what's ours. Our spirituality that's rightfully ours. Not some broken down version of our spirituality, but the real thing. The real deal. Not some broken down, hand-me-down stuff. But God is opening up the door for us to have it fully. Holy. The whole thing. God has opened up now where you can have the whole thing. So if you say stuck or limited, you one of those people that I call them can't get right people. They got to a certain level and they got comfortable. So the rest of it, they can't get right because they discombobulated about becoming a new person. They're discombobulated about renewing their mind. They're discombobulated because they stuck in like 3 seasons ago, and God up here to 5 seasons to the 6th dimension, and they in the 3rd dimension still. No. Did you know the 6th dimension is open? Did you know that is open? Did God reveal that to you? No, because you're still stuck. And it's not that I'm preaching at you or talking down to you. I'm telling you the truth so that it can provoke your growth, to provoke you. And if you don't want to grow, that's fine. God is out here separating the weak from the terror, the weak from the strong. God is out here doing that. That's exactly what that means. It is either you're going to come with this or you're going to you're going to realize later, she was telling the truth. It's just going to hit you in the face and you're going to be like, dang. And then you have to do all this catching up when you could have just been on point. Challenge yourself more. Expand your mind. Let God do it. I ain't saying for you to do it. I'm asking you to pray God do it for you. So at the end of the day, people, I know that was a lot to take in. I'm just asking you to really provoke yourself, to really do the word, to really understand that I'm not here. I'm not the enemy. I'm not the enemy. I see both sides of it. I understand both spectrums of it. I do. The Bible is talking about the mindset of the human being. The Bible was created to talk about our mindset. And once you understand how it fully works, how this thing is fully going, that's what the Most High say. Once she wants us to understand us fully. She knows that it's going to take years and this and that. I'm not asking you to do this overnight. I'm not asking you to even trust me. Trust the Most High that she will reveal this information to you. Trust that the Most High will do this for you. And it will start to happen. Pray that the Most High will do this for you. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have, but I urge you to initiate this within yourself, within your prayer life. I urge you to initiate this because God wants to bless us wholly and fully. He wants to give us the fullness of the manna. He wants to give us our spirituality back, not pieces and crumbles of it, the whole thing. Do you understand how powerful some of you are? Not just now. You think this is power. This is nothing. This divinity that we have right now is nothing. He's trying to fast forward us Actually, rewind us and then fast forward us, because once you know about your history and you knew what you was capable of back in the day, do you even know who your soul is? Let's put it that way. Do I know each one of my kids' soul is, who they're the incarnated soul of? Do you even believe in that? Do you even know that's possible? See, these are the things God is going to tell you. These are the things that God, the Most High, wants to reveal to you. Do you understand what kind of power is in your history? In knowing your history, so that your growth can be transmuted, so all these sicknesses and diseases can be transmuted. Do you understand, if the body is constantly healing itself and we're stuck in a point of stagnation, why? If the body is constantly healing itself, why are we downgraded? Because we do not have the full knowledge about ourselves to even progress through to the future. That's why God said he's going to come back in the end times. These are the end days. These are the end times. And the Most High is pouring into you guys. And you guys are fighting it every step of the way. The Most High is pouring into you, letting you know who you are. Giving you the information, and you're fighting against it just because you're comfortable. Just because this is working for you. It can work for you better. You can do it better. God is trying to give you the fullness of things. The fullness of what's going on. The fullness of who you used to be and who you can be. If you understood the depth that's in that Bible, and not just one scripture, and not just going off your intuition, but fully understand your history, mix with your intuition, mix with your discernment, mix with your gifts, with your clean out your toxic psyche, with your psyche healed. Do you understand how powerful you will be? Do you understand? But you have to go through the steps. You have to go through the transitioning steps. You just have to. There's no shortcut around this. There's no way. And for the people that's trying to stop me from getting this information out, the Most High said that this will never stop. Even me, it's other people who are put here with this information. And just by me sharing this information, it's going to transmute and transpire. God said that butterfly effect is going to happen. You're going to kick against it at first. Yes, baby. You're going to kick against it at first. But then you're going to start seeing what the Most High is doing. You're going to start understanding. You're going to start, because your mind have blockers on it. You know why your mind have blockers on it? Slavery. You know why? Witchcraft. You know why? Because all these spells is being cast. You know why? Because we're comfortable. You know why? Those are the reason why. Those are the reason why. The Most High said those are the reasons why. That's not the only reason. Mental illnesses that people want to admit that they have, but they have. Like, come on. Like, anybody that's stigmatized on mental illness is probably mentally ill themselves and need to go be evaluated. They're probably mentally ill themselves and need to go be evaluated. That's why I understand how somebody can pick at somebody because of their disability. It may seem funny, but that's the mindset the devil has given you. That's what the limitation that you and the devil put on yourself and put on God. Because the God within me sees the God within you, and you can be so much better. I can be so much better. I'm still going through stuff. I am. You guys have to understand the stuff that I get from Spirit. I went through hell to get the knowledge that I got, the gifts that I got. They're gifts, but I had to go through hell to get information. Do you understand? I was homeless in Georgia to get all these downloads, and people. Yeah, they was spread. There was probably spells and stuff. But do you understand what I went through to get here? It wasn't easy. Unless you want to walk in my shoes, be my guest. Come do my job. If you want to stop me, come do my job. I want to see you be able to get all these information, to get through all this witchcraft and these high level spells. I want to be able to see you get all this information and not die. Period. So you can give it to God's people. I want you to be able to. I want you to see that. I really want you to see that. And my testimony is not to make somebody feel less than. You don't know what somebody had to go through to get the knowledge and information they got, because they're being tried to be blocked every which way during their journey to help you. Everybody. It's not just me. It's to help the world. I could easily keep this knowledge to myself and prosper myself. I don't have to sit on this YouTube channel and do this. I can easily get all this knowledge and use it for myself and not share it to anybody. But that's selfish. Why would I do that? That's not of God. That's of the devil. I don't serve the devil. I don't serve the Most Low. I serve the Most High. Period. So you guys, I'm going to make that, let that be it, because I could go on. Most High is telling me to stop right there at my 30-minute marker. I just hope you guys understand that I speak from passion, experience, and the Most High. I have college credits, I do have an associate's degree, but I may not be your standard or with all these beauty stuff and all this, and this is not to come against anybody, but I do this out of love. Do you understand how much stuff I go through? If I was to sit down and do all that and make up and do all that, do you understand that these messages will never get out? Do you understand if I took my time to go get my nails done, these people will continue to attack me? They will use that so that I wouldn't get out these messages. That's why God said, come as you are. I come as I am so that I can give you these messages. I could be out here putting my nails on, using this time instead of studying. Hold on, baby. Give me a second. I could use this time to get my nails done. I could be using all this time. I know how to do it myself. I know how to do nails. I can use this time to do my nails. I can use this time to do my hair. I know how to do my hair myself. I know how to braid. I can use this time to do that. But I pour into the people of God. I pour into you guys. I pour into this channel. It's not for money. I would love to make more money. I would love that. But that's not what I do this for. I do this because this is my calling. This is my divine purpose. This is not for entertainment. I don't do it. I will never post, for entertainment purposes, because I don't do this to entertain no one. I don't. Because if that's the case, I could be, my nails could be getting done. My hair could be getting done. My toes could be getting done. I could be out here on somebody's job actually earning a paycheck, which I still am going to do. But do you understand how much warfare I go through to get these messages out to you? You can't tell me that what I'm saying is not true. You cannot tell me that, because first of all, if it wasn't true, then nobody would be attacking me. Oh, she'll just allow you. That's false information. The devil loves false information. The devil loves keeping us locked in our lower selves without knowledge. The devil loves that. So if this message wasn't powerful, if I wasn't in my purpose, why do they fight against me so much? I don't do nothing wrong. I'm not out here doing nothing illegal. Nothing. But yet they act like I'm so evil and I'm so not. The things that I do, I will share with you. I have different prayers and stuff and all that. And I will share this with you happily. 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 I'm out. Love you.